Brother, I have to say this. You make us so proud. I still get goosebumps when I see that video of you in the Chronicles at America's Got Talent and all of them, Sofia Vergara and Simon Cowell, giving you a standing ovation. And you just nailed it. That Adele song, the version that you guys have done. And I believe now you put it on streaming platforms and it's on fire all over the world.
Also, of course, seems like it's very diverse, the music styles and everything, and it's like really looking forward to it. Kind of giving me the Hornbill vibes, lots of genres in one
That's a
place,
compliment.
which is really awesome. Yeah. To me, it's always very special to perform in Mumbai, let it be iRock or let it be a small venue somewhere. I've always just had a great time with the crowd out there. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this.
All right. 94.3 Radio 1 are official partners to the Olly Fest, Mumbai's newest cultural celebration. It's an experience that goes beyond music to capture the spirit of connection, creativity, and joy. It's a festival that celebrates Bandra food, Bandra people, and most importantly, the kind of music that Bandraites love. And the music of Girish and the Chronicles, their awesome rock, is something that all Bandraites and Mumbaikars dote on. Ask me, my scream was the loudest when they opened for Guns N' Roses recently. Girish joins us. This is 14th, 15th, and 16th of November at the Bandra Fort in Mumbai. What's up, Girish?
Hey, what's up? Good to meet you all out here virtually.
Brother, I have to say this. You make us so proud. I still get goosebumps when I see that video of you in the Chronicles at America's Got Talent and all of them, Sofia Vergara and Simon Cowell, giving you a standing ovation. And you just nailed it. That Adele song, the version that you guys have done. And I believe now you put it on streaming platforms and it's on fire all over the world. Talk about that.
Yes, yes, we did, and we are really happy that we got to do that. We had a great time. It was just, a set of four friends who got to have a good time somewhere in LA. So, I mean, I'm glad that everybody just felt it in a very positive manner. Uh, Lost for words.
but is there another Sia track? I'm trying to find it. I mean,
No,
did
we
you?
we haven't really decided whether we are gonna upload a studio version of that or not. So
Yeah.
as of now, we're just sticking to the Adele song. But as of now, we're actually really busy working on our next album. So that's what's more like on our priority list right now.
Lovely. I was just telling Nachi from your team about the vocal quality that you have. It's so pristine. Guns N' Roses is such a wonderful band, but on that night, you sounded so much better than even William Axl Rose, and that there couldn't be a better compliment for you, considering
Thanks.
you've opened for the band before. Uh, but really, what is the secret of that voice? Do you gargle
Well,
4 times a day? Do you drink hot water, Girish? I don't know. Tell us.
I think I just got really serious early on, as when I was like a really young teenager, and I was like really, really nerdy about it. I wasn't the, cool kid, hanging out here and there. I was just in my home, just doing
Wow.
this all the time. So I guess that might have helped me shape my voice. And of course, Axl Rose being one of the singers that I really, really looked up to while learning. So, I mean, I don't really know if there's a secret or anything to this. Because I'm not really technically trained. I'm a self-taught musician, so yeah, I could not share any secrets if I wanted to.
I remember the great Ustad Zakir Hussain telling me that for singers, it's about riyaz. The more singers sing and the more they practice and the more they do live gigs, the
Oh
voice just
yes,
keeps getting better and better. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's the
yeah,
fact
yeah,
that you guys are gigging so much. It's beautiful.
yeah. I mean, over the years, we've done so many shows, and
Yeah.
sometimes we've also been, in other countries for a year as a part of a club. So singing every night. So I'm sure that must have helped me a lot.
Beautiful. Girish, you played all over the world, festivals in Spain, Italy, Switzerland. You've done the whole Indian circuit. It's what, 16 years of the band now, right? Yeah?
Yeah, as GATC, yes, but
As GATC.
as friends who jam, and we
Yeah.
started the lineup like in 2006. So technically, it's like 19 years, but uh, yeah, under this name, you could say 16 years. Yeah.
And it's very interesting that you're playing this Olly Fest because a lot of the big daddies of Indian music, and I count you amongst them, Girish. There's Girish in the Chronicles. There's the incredible Mahesh Tinaikar, virtuoso guitar player, Zubin Balapuri on keys, and Uday Benegal, Indus Creed. Gary Lawyer, who's doing a Doors tribute. Nobody does Doors and Bruce
Yeah.
Springsteen like
Wow,
Gary
that's
does.
amazing, right?
Joe Alvarez and the Indian All Stars. I mean, when I was a kid, Joe was a big thing, you know?
Okay.
And
Okay.
of course, Shannon, the guitar player, he has a band called Shannon and the Silent Riot. And there's Ishita Chakravarti, the collective. What do you think of this particular lineup? I'd like you to talk about some of the luminaries there.
I love it. It seems like it's very diverse, and we are also getting a tribute act, which is awesome. It's always so much fun to witness a tribute show in such festivals. I remember we were in Scotland. We were a part of a festival, and there was this the band that closed the night. They were Thin Lizzy tribute band, and we had
Wow.
a great party. All the bands that played before them, we all like were together jamming to that. And yeah, so it kind of feels like that. And also, of course, seems like it's very diverse, the music styles and everything, and it's like really looking forward to it. Kind of giving me the Hornbill vibes. Lots of
Ah,
genres in one
that's a
place,
compliment.
which is really awesome. Yeah.
Girish, another thing is venues. I mean, you guys play everywhere. I just noticed you guys are going to be playing Dimapur in a stadium. So you do stadiums, you do intimate small venues, you've done clubs, you've done the whole hog. This is a heritage venue, Girish. This is a 1640 church, beg your pardon, fort called the Castella di Aguada, which is now known as Bandra
Wow.
Fort.
Okay.
And that is where you're going to be performing, you know. It's a heritage monument and there's going to be great lights. How important is the venue apart from the crowd?
Yeah, I think it certainly adds a lot to the vibe. Especially me. I'm like, I just love dwelling into stuff like history and all this stuff. And the fact that we are performing at a very historical venue like means a lot to me actually. It's gonna add to the energy for sure. It's kind of like rock and roll. Yeah, it's just it stood its test of time. Or how do I put it? And so has rock music, right? So for me, that kind of combines well, I guess.
Very, very beautifully put. Tickets are live at Book My Show right now. Please go get it. Girish and the Chronicles are part of the lineup. This is the Olly Fest, 14, 15, 16th of November. Talk to me about playing in Mumbai. Seen you blow the rock roof off at iRock. So many of these gigs. Hey, you've done headlining stuff. You've done opening act stuff. The Bombay crowd, when you compare it to Bangalore, Northeast, Kerala, these are all the rock hubs of India. And especially Bandra as a suburb, it's known as the suburb of the musicians, because the Catholics and the East Indians first came and settled in Bandra. And a
Okay.
lot of them started playing a guitar and, playing
Wow.
keyboards.
Okay.
And the churches and the forts of Bandra are very well known. So, something about the Mumbai culture and how much you enjoy playing to a Mumbai crowd.
Yeah, I think Mumbai crowd has its own identity, especially for me being a rock musician. And Mumbai has had a long history with rock music for, I don't know, for a very long time. And bands like Indus Creed literally started the scene, right? So to me, it's always very special to perform in Mumbai, let it be iRock or let it be a small venue somewhere. I've always just had a great time with the crowd out there. And yeah, I'm just really excited for this, just the fact that we're going to perform in Mumbai one more time after the Guns N' Roses show. This is like, it was like, I think it was pending. The people were waiting. When is this band gonna come to us again? Because we read a lot of such comments, and
Yeah.
finally, like we are there once again after that show, and now we get to be like far more intimate with the crowd because this is our not like an opening slot or anything. It's just like gonna be a long show with it'll be way more fun, I'm sure.
Girish, there was a time when we were all of us rock lovers were a little worried because there were articles in Rolling Stone magazine saying Gibson guitars sales have gone down. Factories are shutting down in the US. Kids are now, the cool kids when you and me were growing up were always the cool kids with the guitar in the college canteen and singing, yeah? But now the cool kids open their Apple Macs and they play electronic dance music. No disrespect to any form of music. But for a brief while, we thought, my God, rock and roll is under threat. There's a wave of EDM. But rock has survived, hasn't it? I mean, it's wonderful to
Yeah.
see even India now having festivals like Bandland and Lollapalooza with Linkin Park, you guys, all part of
Exactly.
lineups. So talk about rock around the world, and in particular India.
It's always been like that, rock and roll ever since like the blues and the 40s, 50s, and rock and roll with like people like Chuck Berry, later on Elvis, and then again Beatles. There's always been like this steady like rise, a huge wave, and then suddenly there's always been some sort of a downfall also. If you talk about 70s, when disco like was introduced into the world, like everybody thought like it's the end for hard rock, heavy metal. But again, in the 80s it came back with a bang with Iron Maiden, Van Halen, and so many such other bands. And so I think it was just something very similar, because something that rises so high up there, it like tends to just kind of fall. But I think that fall is not about because uh, it gets boring or anything. It's just that when it comes to rock and metal, at the end of the day, it tends to go back to its very gritty and its raw form, and that's not something everybody can like, take. So the
Mm.
true fans, I think the true rock and roll fans, the true metal fans are always there, like no matter what, It's not as if like I've been a metalhead, a rock music lover all my life, and I did not. That never changed for me, So there are millions of people like me. So it really never bothered musicians, I'm sure, because wherever we go, we will have our set of fans and followers, and So what happens in the mainstream and media, that's a different story, I guess. That's just about it becoming pop or not pop. That's all.
That's a very, very good answer. There's a special kinship. You both are kindred souls between Chris Adler and you. This is the legendary man who's been part of Megadeth and Lamb of God. Um, Tell me how special Chris is in your life as a musician and a friend.
Oh my God, that's like we have a really beautiful relation, So 2019 when he came to India, and he was looking for a band to back him up, and GATC got the opportunity to do that along with Tony Das, a friend of ours, and Sunit Ravanka. And that night we performed some Megadeth songs and all, and he was like so like energized after that, and we met in the green room, and he was like, I have a few demos I'm making with a few friends of mine, you want to listen to it? And then eventually I was like really excited, wow, this sounds good. And he was like, do you want to record something on it, and you can go back home and do something if you want. I was like, yeah, why not? And that's how it started, and then we kept making music. We slowly started releasing music and stuff. So I think this is more than us trying to prove anything. I think there's just a set of good friends, always in touch with each other, making some great music, releasing it out there. So we released an album this year as well. So it's like it's doing great. A lot of people seem to love it, and yeah, that's what we do. And hopefully, we get to come here and do some stuff live as well. Let's see.
For all of you who've just tuned in, Girish just at the beginning of this interview made a revelation. Hail to the Heroes, the 2022 album. Now, very soon, is going to get a new companion, a brand new album that the boys are working on.
Oh
So, when is
yeah.
the release date? When is the release date for the new
So
album?
we haven't really come up with a date, but we are on the verge of submitting the album, and it should be like out early next year. That's or maybe who knows, even December. But yeah, we are yet to decide and announce that. Yes,
Fans
but
of Girish and the Chronicles, it's only tickets are starting at only 7.99. They're at Book My Show, and now a big reason for you guys to be there. I'm going to ask Girish about the set list. So, will Olly Fest have one or two songs from the new album, or are you going to keep it total secret?
no, we have been discussing this, because
Uh,
it It would be great if we can play a couple of new songs, and plus, especially if we can, take some good footages of those songs and then use it in
Yeah.
our videos and all, make Olly Fest a part of that video. It would be so awesome. Let's see, we might, but we're certainly playing some of the new songs like the Adele cover and Carl and songs like that. And yeah, there are a few surprises which will be revealed.
I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. So, also, Ollie Fest has the food of Bandra. And Bandra's fishing villages like Ranwa, Chimbai, they have great fish. I don't know if you boys from Sikkim fancy your fish, and the food is going to be there. Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, especially our drummer and Nagin and guitarist Suraj. They are
Uh,
like huge fans of fish, especially when they are like crazy about it. So I think they are gonna have the most amount of fun when it comes to food. So really looking
Lovely.
forward to that. Yes.
My last question is: did you meet Simon Cowell off stage, or was it just the on stage hanging out? And if so, what did he say to you off stage?
Yeah, we met him for like a very short while because they were shooting some commercial, and they were like they wanted us all together at one place. And then Simon was passing by, and Nagin was just like, "Hey, Simon, can we take a selfie?" I was like, "What?" Like, but he was like really kind to say, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And you guys are doing great. Like, best of luck. Yeah, that was the kind of conversation we had because everything was just so busy and like
Yeah.
everything was running on a schedule. It was just really hard to find any other, time frame to do all that. But yeah, thankfully we got a picture with him. Yeah, which was nice, and he was a kind guy. Yeah.
Uday Benegal said it a couple of days ago in my interview with him for the Ollie Fest. He said Girish and the Chronicles are the best current band to come out of India. And I
Oh
completely
my God,
agree with
that
that.
means a lot.
I completely agree with that. These guys are fantastic. And if you want the best band in India now, along with the legacy of Indus Creed, Gary Lawyer, Joe Alvarez, then the place to be is Ollie Fest, 14, 15, 16 November at the Bandra Fort in Mumbai. Tickets are live now at Book My Show. I really appreciate your time. I mean, it shows your love for rock music and trying to promote rock music that even though you're out in a mall, you stopped by and did this interview. you know, you could have easily said, "Mate, let's cancel. Let's do it some other time." But I appreciate your passion and
Thank you. Thank you.
big love to you, Girish, and see you in Mumbai. Cheers.
See you. I'm gonna give a special sound check for everyone, so just be there.
Wonderful.
All right.
See ya.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
94.3
One world, your station.
Radio